So we're going to look at number 8 from our increasing and decreasing worksheet. This will be a way for you guys to get started on the assignment or to go back and check yourself as to what you put on this problem for this particular question. So let's identify the increasing and the decreasing interval. So remember, increasing is when on the x-axis where the graph is going up. And this arrow right here tells us that from negative infinity all the way up until this point right here, all right, the graph is going up. So the graph is working this direction, this direction, this direction, and then stops going up here at the value of x equals negative 1, 2, 3. So my graph is going to be increasing from negative infinity to negative 3. Then my graph goes down, okay? And then it starts going back up again here to here. And those values are from negative 1 till positive 2. So we're going to have a union, and we go from negative 1 to positive 2 with our increasing function. Okay, now let's talk about decreasing. So this is when the graph is going down. So here we are from negative 3 to negative 1, the graph is going down. And then again, after 2, all the way up until 2, 3, 4, the graph is also going down. So our graph is decreasing from negative 3 to negative 1, union 2 to 4. Okay, now let's look at our max and our min. So the min tells us the absolute lowest point on the graph. And since this graph goes forever, right here, there is no min. All right, there is not any minimum point here for the graph. The maximum point is the highest points on the graph. And we can see that this point right here is the highest of our points. And so where is that point at? Well, that point is located at 2 on the x-axis, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the y-axis. So that point is at 2, 5. So this is our increasing portions of the graph, our decreasing portions of the graph, and our maximum on the graph. Okay, let's look at the domain and range. So let's talk about whether a graph is discrete or if it's continuous. Okay, discrete just means that the graph does not flow continuously like this one does. Okay, it is broken up into pieces like our very first one on the worksheet. So for number 2, this graph is continuous. Okay, what is our domain? Remember, the domain is the x value. So we start here at negative 5, but not included because it's an open circle, all the way to positive 5. So our domain would be from negative 5 to positive 5 with the closed bracket at positive 5. You could also say that negative 5 is less than x is less than or equal to positive 5. These are two different ways to write that domain. Now our range, the range is the y values. So we're going to look here, it goes from negative 2, including negative 2 because of this closed circle right here, all the way up until positive 2. So we go close bracket, negative 2 to positive 2, close bracket. And you could write this as negative 2 is less than or equal to y is less than or equal to 2. And then is this a function or not? Okay, yes, this is a function. Basically, everything on here is a function except for straight up and down lines or something that is a circle or a sideways parabola. Anything that does not pass the vertical line test, okay, that has a vertical line that hits at 2 different points, that would not be a function. For example, this would not be a function. this would not be a function. This would not be a function. But all the others are functions. Okay? Let's look at this. Remember, our minus on the inside moves our graph to the right. The plus on the inside moves the graph to the left. Plus on the inside moves the graph to the left. Okay, but the plus on the outside moves the graph up, and the minus on the outside moves the graph